Okay, everyone, we're going to be back at playing Surviving Mars again today. Been a little bit, but we'll do a quick overview of everything to refresh me as much as you guys, because I have a horrible memory. Let's bring this in here. Okay, so we're back. This is our first set of domes, our very first one being this one here. And we had branched out into multiple domes. I started to figure out that a lot of our problems with the workforce being unemployed, but having multiple slots available for them was just a housing issue. So we were expanding to have residential domes closer to the places they would be working in. That's what this barrel dome is for. It was completed being built, and now we just need to get it connected to some resources. So that's going to be a big project. We have liquid water on Mars. It's acid raining everywhere, but we could probably get that to be just normal rain here eventually. But because it's acid rain, the love of our soil, the grass, is dying. So we need to try and get it to be a little less acidic in the atmosphere so the grass can survive. We have a couple of domes out here that we need to focus on too. This one here was having a lot of power issues. I can't remember if we resolved that. They are during the daytime, so we'll check in at night and see how it's going. I don't believe this dome needs any extra domes. We were trying to fill out this dome because it's going to be our tourist dome. And we haven't been able to get very far just because we were low on key resources. I believe we got some shipments in. We'll go over that in a second. Then we have this dome here, which had a bunch of power issues, especially because it had a meteor impact, so we had to repair a bunch of those. I do remember that much. This one will probably need another residential dome because it has two key workforce areas here. It's got the electronics factory, and it's got this rare metals extractor. So those are very much key items, and I just realized something. My care bots are still in the picture. Let me get them out. I like to hover around and make sure I'm okay sometimes. So I gotta make sure that I use them at least once so they think I'm well cared for and they get out of my hair. I don't know if I can change this. My solar care bot may just be there the entire time. And I noticed we're kind of getting a little bit of skipped frames. Hopefully that's not a problem. Okay, solar care bot's gonna stay for the time being. Let's see. We'll probably need to get like a residential dome or something here. It's going to require a lot of reworking because we got to get a tube to connect. We maybe the best course of action would be to flatten this area, add a dome here, and put, like, take this pond out and put the tube there. So that would probably be a good course of action. We're gonna wait and see how our barrel dome redistributes people, though, because we have a lot of slots in this dome. I wonder, if I click on the dome, will it give me vacant work slots 14, one homeless? It's got room for 56 people. So we probably will get a small residential dome, like a triangle, over here. Okay, let's see. Let's check our lakes real quick. That's 86. That's 82. That's 87. They're fine. I'm gonna turn them off real quick. Keep that one off. And then we'll focus on the barrel dome first, I think. We have our concrete extractors up here. Oh goodness, there's a lot of waste rock. Let's put down some dumping sites. We're gonna need a couple because that's a lot of waste rock. Okay, we got our drone hub up here working. So all that should be taken care of now. And we've got a new drone hub here as well. I'm going to need to put I just realized the horribleness of this mistake. I've put this dome in a place where I'm going to have to eliminate an apartment complex. So we'll build it here first before we take that down. Now this dome has enough room for 2 spires. Before we get into the building portion, let's check our research. Okay. So we are researching the Martian copyrights, which gives us money. We're trying to just re-research that over and over again for a while so we can bulk up our financial resources. And then we've also got the Martian network. I'm trying to unlock all the spires, so we have one of each spire in our colony. So I believe Martian network is the final one. Let me just go through here and make sure there's not another spire that we can unlock. No, so the node is the last of these spires. I think also in here we need to research something new because there's something pretty powerful in the skill tree that hasn't been unlocked yet. And that's basically a solar farm that has a mini star. And that might be a breakthrough and not an actual tech in the tech tree, but we'll see. We'll find out for ourselves. So let's see here. Wonder Manhole Mine extracts metals, rare metals, and waste rock without the need of a deposit. While heating the surrounding area, manholes are shafts that dig exceptionally deep in the Martian crust, releasing heat as part of a potential terraforming effort and as a bonus mining ore. So that one, I don't know if there's like an unlimited cap. It's like it mines all 3 and an endless supply maybe. So that'll be something to look forward to, but we need 300 machine parts to get it built. So that's definitely going to be a late game. Hey Cryptic, welcome in. I got you right at the beginning, which is super rare for me because I don't pay attention whatsoever most of the time. Welcome in. It's good to see you. How's your day been? I hope your break's been going great. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Hey, Minecraft. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never played it in my life, even though it's within...
When the music when the me when the
Oh no! Ghost beef!
me when the you me
When the when you
when
the story when you
yeah
you know when the that's what it reminds me of, is that little kid. Welcome in, Cryptic. I was gonna say, I haven't played Minecraft, even though it marks all my boxes of things that I like in a video game. I just never got into it for some reason. Not for some reason, I know the reason. But I won't be saying the reason. Okay. Where was I in the game? Let's get back to it. So we'll research the last spire. A lot of this stuff is pretty hefty, and it's going to take a while to research. So we may just focus on smaller stuff first, after we get a sufficient amount of money saved up and stored. Let's get out of here and get down to it. Let's see, we need spires. So I'm researching network node. We'll put a network node here, and we'll have another research facility in here. It boosts, the network node will boost research throughout the entire planet. Because it's amazing like that, but also it amplifies the research in the dome. So we definitely want that. That's going to be a big help to us. We have not placed down a sanatorium yet, and that's one of the things that I definitely wanted to get in here. So we'll put our sanatorium here, and we'll put our network node here. And the big thing with the sanatorium, it's going to help colonists with low morale, and it's going to train ones with negative traits to unlearn those, and to even learn positive traits in their place. So that's a really good spire to have. And then we'll put the node there once it's researched. What kind of resource chunk is this going to take? Okay, pretty hefty. Let's go to our residential slots, because this is the whole reason we're doing this. We need a bunch of apartments. I forgot to hold shift. And we'll go ahead and change each of these skins. I think we'll put 4 in here to start out with. We may leave a lot of this blank. Okay, for the time being. Do I have a Martian or a Hawking Institute? I do. Okay. We'll put a Hawking Institute here, since this is where our node's gonna go. And that's where we'll leave it off. We are having problems with food production also, but I'm wondering if I get the job flow problem underhand, if that'll change. Also, I'm going to see if these domes are close enough without the tube, but I probably will want to put the tube down because they get negative morale if they have to travel outside the dome to go to another dome, at least while the planet's not terraformed. So that's something we'll probably do in the future. So we'll let it go. for now. Let's...
Anomaly analyzed.
Oh, okay, cool. Research new texts new texts are available.
To the barren environs of the red planet that meets.
Okay. We've heard that one before, so I'm just gonna skip it. So, microfusion, artificial sun. This is what I was talking about. Good golly, it takes all the resources. 200 concrete, 225 metal, and 300 polymers. But it's basically an unending solar farm. We are always going to have energy if that's there. So it's kind of worth it. We also unlocked Mega Satellite, unlocks Space Mirror, which improves temperature, and Magnetic Shield, which decreases losses atmosphere. And you can do those by Planetary View. So we'd research that, and then Planetary View would have 2 more projects where we can go and put our resources into. Since we have problems with resources right now, I don't think we're going to do anything new with those discoveries. Then I get an Olympus hotel put down and my other dome. Let's come over here and see. I did not. Let's put it right next to the amusement park. Not enough power. Okay. We'll leave it out for now. Because we don't have any tourists. We don't have things for tourists, really. Because we need like a safari station built and stuff. And I don't want to suffocate people again like we did most of the other one. The other playthrough. Not great. Also, I can't believe they had like this small mystery where they're like, oh, people's DNAs are completely changing. They're the same person inside, but their outside's completely different. And it turned out to be the nanites that we had deployed to repair some stuff around automatically was changing their DNA. And one of the options was like, yeah, we could just let people, you know, completely have their DNA changed to be the quote perfect human being. You know, nothing like a video game to be like, eugenics is fun, isn't it? No. We chose no, obviously. Everyone can be who they are. There's no such thing as a perfect human. And quite frankly, there doesn't need to be. Okay, let's get... I want to be free of the menu, please. Let me be free of the menu. Here we go. Okay, let's check up on rovers real quick. Where's Shepard? I don't remember where I stationed them. Okay, I put them over here for extra support. On this rocket, we had been getting new supplies on. This rocket is done. I have 3 of them on the planet. I don't have a lot of rare metals, so we're just gonna send it home now. We don't need it. It's taking up space. Okay, we're low on polymer. The dome without life support is this dome. So let's work on life support for this dome. We need oxygen. So we need Moxie. We'll put it right there. No, I'm gonna change that because of this natural ramp, it won't let me place the oxygen tank close enough to it like I'd like. So we're gonna cancel that. We're gonna come over here. We'll put the Moxie here. No, stop that. Okay. And then we will put the large oxygen tank in the same sphere of influence. We'll get our pipe placed down right there. That should connect to both of them once those are built. And then it needs water, and I think I'm just gonna connect it to this big water pipe. It provides the we'll connect it to the tank. It provides the water for the lakes, but it's got enough that I think we can sustain the dome too. So we're gonna get that there. Now they have some electricity from these panels, but it's not gonna be enough. Yeah, because the demand is pretty high there. It's fueling our carbonate processor, which has given us carbon for the atmosphere to strengthen it. Speaking of which, there was a planetary mission that we were going to go check out again. We'll wait for a bit before we go check on that. Let's get these fixed up and put into place. Gonna make sure we're fast forward. Right now, we need to have an energy solution put in place. So let's look at what we have in stock. Okay, I'm gonna definitely need to bulk up this power. And we're gonna have to get some batteries in here so things run at night. Probably because the main bulk of our power is gonna come from solar panels. Let's get in 3 batteries. And let's beef up this solar field. And that's another thing. The better our atmosphere becomes, the less our solar panels produce in power. They basically get nerfed. As the strength of our planet grows, our solar panels get nerfed.
Resources are low.
Okay. The dome without life support is still this barrel dome. And then we're low on metals now. Okay, we'll get in. We'll just kind of try to block in all this for solar panel. Shuttle low, transportation. Yeah, that's going to be normal during the upticks. Okay, we've already got people living here. So it's going to change people with the traits gambler, alcoholic, and glutton. So anyone with a flaw can come here and have that fixed. Okay, we're waiting on polymers, which is not going to happen very fast. Okay, let's take a pause, see what's happening. A new anomaly was found, but we're going to have some toxic rain soon. Let me zoom out. Let me check our scanning fields. Okay, so we're kind of scanning this corner area here. I'm going to queue up the next set to get scanned. We're on the deep scanning portion of the scan. We've already done our initial scan of the entire map, and now we're just looking for like deep deposits, new anomalies, and stuff like that. Oh, nope, that's not the one I wanted. Let's take a look at our planetary view. I have got a lot of rocket fuel. I could probably shut off production for a while. Need be. I could do capture meteors, which would give us an emergency supply of, hey, Jigsaw, welcome in. I'm sorry if I didn't see you. I didn't know how long you've been there. I'm sorry. I was so focused. I hope you're finding peace right now. And we're here if you need us. And let me give you a shout out. Well, nope, it didn't want to do that. But yes, please go check out our friend Jexoy. I will be okay. Yeah, but I get how that's... It's okay to not be okay.
Ah, no, I'm stupid!
It's my clip!
I'm really bad. I'm really bad. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid! Why did I get so confused? I'm so stupid! But I'm a genius!
But I'm a genius!
Did it!
Yes!
Money!
Revenge! That is still one of my favorite quotes from one of your streams. I'm stupid, but I'm a genius! Welcome in. Give me your money! That's what he gets for being so cruel the last time. Welcome in. I hope you're having an okay time. So, we don't want to trigger this really because we've got a lot of domes spread across the map now, and that's going to damage, you know, potential vital infrastructure. We don't want that. It's reductive. We could capture ice asteroids, but it could cause earthquakes. But it could improve the water levels of the planet. And right now, atmosphere seems to be the big one. So it's definitely the greenhouse gas one that we're wanting to go for, but we need funding. So we're gonna wait till we have some spare cash. Let's get back into our map here. Let's see what's not working and why. Okay, that's not working because we don't have enough seeds to put into this dispenser. We're not wasting our food slots on seeds. As you can see, we're hurting in food production. And part of it is because of the manning problems we're having, making sure that the botanists were actually housed near the farms. That's been the big issue right now. So that's what this dome is hoping to aim to fix. I'm going to set this to high priority. This dome is doing fine for life support now, so we are going to see what it takes to build a tunnel. Let's go over here. Domes, passage. This takes concrete, which we have plenty of, so we can go ahead and build it. It's just gonna hurt for a little bit because I gotta get rid of this apartment to give them access to new apartments. So sorry. I gotta be that evil landlord. I don't want to be. I promise. I promise it's for the better. I'm sorry. It'll take a moment just to clear out. We'll get our tube in. Okay. We'll pause that so we're not having any ill effects quite yet. Okay. From here to here. There you go. That'll be our dome. Now let's find some things to put in here. We've got a lot of concrete, so we can put plenty of decorations around if we wanted to. Or I could put down some, like, smart homes. Which they don't hold a lot of residents, but they give a lot of comfort for the people living in them. We don't have enough space for big complexes here. But if the main issue is housing, then we probably should get some houses in here. We'll get some smart houses. What does that take? Okay, yeah. We'll get smart houses in here. And I believe we can change, yeah, we'll change up the views on them. And which way they're facing a little. And let's get a third one down. We'll see if we can get a third one down. That's the wrong one. Okay, yeah, we can get a third one down. Okay, so that'll also give us 12 residential slots at least. but it's going to take a minute to get those built because they also require electronics. Okay, and there goes our new resource collectors, because this dome is out of luck. Then if nighttime comes around, we definitely need to get these boosted up so that they have enough power at night to operate things. Let me go ahead and click on here. Okay, we are good on most things. So I think, and there goes the next apartment complex. So we're doing really good. We're getting in a lot of work slots. We need to fill out things that are going to increase the comfort of this dome. It needs services. So let's give it a pause. We need small services like a grocer, a bar, and a restaurant, at the very least. Since the medical spire is in here, I don't think we need a medical station. Where's the nearest security station? Okay, there's probably an argument to be had for having a security station as well. So we'll put one in here. We'll get a normal-sized grocer. Because we're having such issues with food, I am going to get a hydroponic farm. Let's see here. I need to make sure that only specialists are working in their specialist fields. So, because that's gonna give us the most production. So we'll have those built. And that'll give us some raised comfort. Let's go ahead and also get a diner and a bar. We'll kind of place them in these areas. We're gonna do the small space bar because the other space bar takes up a whole freaking triangle. So we'll get a space bar there. Then maybe we'll just get a park or something in this corner. Let's go ahead and get an open air gym. Since that takes up a full triangle, we're gonna put it over here. And we don't have enough resources to place down stores yet, so that'll be okay on their services front. Let's go ahead. We'll get a small garden for the center here. And a pond. Pond only has one skin. This is the pond. Okay. And they're working on the tube. It's being built as we speak. So people will start commuting without negative side effects between these domes. And without using the aerial transporters to taxi them around. Yep, there goes our tube. Okay. So, this dome is coming along just nicely. Where are we in research? We're on 49%. We are low on metal. We're pretty low on food. We need to keep an eye on that. But we have a lot of machine parts, so that's really good. Fuel, too much. So I'm going to come over here. We can't trade fuel. I remember that's a thing we figured out last time. We're gonna turn off fuel production.
Breakthrough discovered.
Okay, we got a breakthrough. Let's see what we got. Oh, I queued that up without meaning to. Neo concrete. Dome concrete cost reduced by 80%. Well, that's great and dandy. I don't think I want to spend the time on it right now. But that is going to be great for when we start expanding later on. So I may have the planet terraformed quicker than expected. Yes, I know a dome is without life support. They're talking about this one because it didn't have enough energy saved. I need to figure out some kind of power solution here that'll at least help it not be completely at zero at night. The wind turbines really aren't going to work down here because we placed ourselves in the valley. If we were up high somewhere, then they would be of great value, but really not. Stirling generators only produce 10 power, and they do take polymers, which we don't really have. That's not research, but that does take a lot. We can do atomic accumulators, but those are batteries. They're not really something we need to focus on. Okay, I think they could get through the night. We just need to focus on making sure that there's enough power production through the day that the batteries can put out energy at night. Let's see. We're doing good on our terraforming progress. I really want to get atmosphere above 30. I'm thinking maybe the toxic rains will stop. Yeah, here comes the toxic rainstorm. And a meteor impact right there. Yeah, so this toxic rain is killing my grass, and I don't like that, Jack. Let's try and make sure we get this atmosphere up so we can keep our grass around for a little longer. I worked really hard to get it here and to get it so spread out. Just for the fruits of my own efforts to spoil the rest of the bunch. Okay, where are we on this? That needs metal. Since metal is in short supply, it's being carried around rather slowly. So we need polymers to get those ones completed. I've got 15 people without jobs and 2 homeless citizens. Let's figure out where they are. Okay, here and here. So they have places to go. They just haven't migrated yet. Let's see where these 17 jobless are huddled. Okay, so we've got the main dome. Kind of these fringe domes. They're being moved around though. I think we had a batch of children age up or something. So people are moving for work right now. We just need to give them time to actually do it. It seems like one gets to where they're going and another person graduates from high school. Yep, see, there goes another one. Yep, 2 more graduate. Goodness, okay. It's gonna take them a while to settle in, so we're going to leave that alone and give it some time. Let's see how our metal extractor is doing. Okay, I'm going to open up a second shift. Let's see if we could get more geologists over here. What's the demographics of our unemployed? Let's see. Specialization versus vacancies. So we have officers. This isn't showing me the breakdown of the job list though. So we're just gonna have to go through and figure it out ourselves. No specialization, scientist, no specialization, scientist, engineer, no specialization. So it seems to be, well, These couple are medics. There's a botanist. That one's being transported. So there's still the Great Migration happening. Boy, it is dark in here. I'm gonna have to turn on some light so you can see my face. It's been very wet in my part of the world. And that means cloud. I was wondering why I was moving so slow on the camera. Just because the camera couldn't see me. Okay, nothing changed during those short few seconds. How's this dome doing? So it's got enough life support stuff. Because that was our main concern the last time. A lot of our life support stuff was failing. Okay, we seem to be maintaining some food production of some form. So that's good. The university is training our specialist. And the specialist we need, the numbers of them are dwindling down a bit. Because we are finally getting people to fill those roles. We do need quite a big number of botanists around. There are work slots here for unskilled workers. There do seem to be empty slots available around. These ones are getting filled up. That's what that light blue color is. There's people incoming for that house specifically. And we do have a lot of places for the unskilled worker trade to work there. This dome is probably the other point where we're having problems. It's another chokehold point. Because we have things here that just need jobs or need people in them, and they're not able to fulfill them because there's not enough resident slots. So let's go ahead and work on that. Let's get some terraforming started. Let's flatten this area. We're gonna try to get enough space flattened for at least a triangle dome. And I gotta wait for this to be done in order to do some more. There was nothing in that sector they just scanned. There goes my transporter. And it's doing its best to try to keep our metal supplies up by collecting the various metals from asteroids and stuff. So we've got toxic pools up here. How lovely. Go away. Please become untoxic. I need to grow plants. Okay, no life support. 3? Okay, what's going on? 3 whole domes without life support. So this one's oxygen. It needs metal to repair. We're gonna set that to high. This one's power, and I think it's because these two may have been connected in power, so the whole grid is in trouble. Let's open one of these. That should alleviate the problem there. Right? So that one, and now we've got this one, the barrel dome is having problems. And I think...
Research complete.
Okay. Funding! Yay! We like money. We're gonna queue that back up. And it's going to research the Martian node tower now. And that'll increase our research per day output. We are good on outsourcing, so I don't need to redo that. We probably need to invest in that solar field pretty early on. I need to keep at least half of this for outsourcing research, which is going to help us get money quicker. Let's get a supply rocket inbound. Cargo rocket. We're going to get food just to make sure that our people don't starve. We'll get 100 parcels. We need a lot of polymers. And we need electronics. But already I've gone over budget, so let's par back. I probably need less. I need less electronics than I need polymers. We're gonna have to lower down the food a couple times too. Okay. This is what we can afford, but I think it'll help out. So let's get that launched. These homes, these smart homes already built, they've got people in them. So that's good. 26 unemployed people. Goodness gracious, what happened? I'm wondering if we're having a population boom because I'm creating apartment spaces. Okay. Let's go ahead and place down an advanced Stirling generator, and we'll have it specifically over here. And even though we don't have the polymers right now, we will whenever our delivery comes in. So we'll make sure we set the delivery over here so it can be dispersed properly. And then we'll close this whenever day comes around because we were relying on solar panels in a lot of places. So it only works half the time. These are doing good on power. Their cells are completely full. I'm gonna close this. So these should be good to be kept by themselves. Now over here, there does seem to be an energy depletion during the day that's preventing the batteries from building up. Either that or the batteries needed to be repaired recently, and they just weren't doing it. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, we've got the oxygen thing repaired, but it's saying power. Let's open one of these. This says it needs to be repaired and it needs polymers. Maybe our increase in unemployed was a building needs to be repaired. And that building just kicked everyone out because it no longer works. That would suck. Okay. Come on, daytime. You're almost there. I can see the sun. Okay, it looks like over here the flattening is completed. Let's see if our triangle dome... Okay, yeah, our microdome will fit here. And I can place it right there and connect these two. And we'll fill it up with living spaces. We can get 2 apartments. The tube's got to connect here, so we'll just put some light services and stuff there. Okay, it's daytime. This can be closed. because they produce more than enough during the day. Our rocket's still 28%, because we're on the slow mode, and I didn't realize that. Let me speed it back up. And how's this grid doing during the day? How about if I close it? Okay, yeah, it's still doing fine. So we need to just kind of hope that those fill up in time for the nighttime. What does this need? It needs metal, so that's going to be in short supply. I can probably trade concrete for food. I think I've got enough. So let's open up our trade port. And we'll say, we'll give you concrete if you give us food. That seems to be a pretty common, easy trade. People want concrete most of the time, and they've got more than enough food. My colony's the only one starving right now. Yep, there we go. Got an offer from Church of the Newark. So we'll accept. They'll bring down a shuttle that'll deposit our resources, and then our drones will load up the concrete and send them on their merry way. Let me check my research. The outsourcing should be dwindling pretty soon. Yeah, it's starting to lower. It's at 292 now, so we need to wait just a little bit longer for it to run out completely before we renew it. Wow, it says this pond only has... by the way, Olo, I want to thank you for being a true friend. You really are a great space friend, and I'm happy to be here, supporting. Well, thank you. I don't really do it for any other reason than you're a great person and you deserve to be treated well. So... I'm always here for support. This poor guy, he's been out here needing a charge. Let's get Shepard to go save him. Why is he way out here anyway? Who's your commander? We've got a couple domes that are having problems right now. Expect fan art in the future. Yay! Thank you. I love seeing your fan art. I've got a nice little folder that I look at that's got the fan arts. Okay, this isn't producing enough during the day, so we need to leave these open for a while so the fuel cells can build up. And then we're working on this one. It's just going to take a minute. Okay. But we've got our shuttle here we can place down. It has our resources. It's going to be a huge help. This is the Newark's shuttle, giving us food for our concrete. Much appreciated. I was kind of upset with myself because I posted the reference art sheet, and on the parts, I forgot the eyebrows. Apparently the eyebrows aren't parts. Especially after your super comfy one I got, I was actually trying to think of ideas for fall season clothes. I wanted to try and keep it, oh, did that? Okay, no, surprisingly it did not hurt us. Okay. I wanted to try and keep it kind of in line with your self art. The eyebrows are an important feature, right? I'm thinking about reposting it, but I don't like spamming people's feed with reposts. Whenever I was doing the fan art review, I was like, I want to kind of keep the turtleneck kind of jacket look from your model art. And it seems they're fall fashion right now for men styles is a lot of layering, so shirt on sweater on vest on jacket kind of stuff. So I'm glad you like it. I did so much fan art that day. It literally turned my brain to mush. The next day, I hadn't even registered that I had had a Saturday. The next day I was like, it's Saturday, right? Honestly, it looks like something I would actually wear. Well, that's good. I saw, yeah, it was, I did art for Pilanoro too, and I did 3 pieces for, a Twitter associate of mine, SBG_CCE, and, I did 3 for her just on a whim, and, but she's got a really cool character. So I gave her 3, and, she said, actually, it was, my birthday, so it was a surprising nice gift. And I was like, wow! How great. Spelllet Maestro's new Discord icons. Yes. I noticed that too. I was so happy. But, I did one for Cryptic too. I was on a roll. I was like, I'm gonna make every one of my space friends something nice. At least for the ones that I see around often. And, I had to stop. It was like 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. non-stop art. My brain was mush. I didn't register. I had a day the next day. It was like, yeah, maybe there's such thing as too much art. But I had fun. Super kind of you. Well, thank you. Let's see here. We're waiting on metal for a lot of these. Yeah, the way I see it though, there's very few things I could do properly, but I can make a drawing or 2. And if that puts a smile on someone's face, even just for a moment, then I've done good. And that's all I need. Okay, so they helped our little guy. So I'm gonna tell Shepard to go back to the central zone of the domes. We need a lot of metal to repair these things over here. We're gonna have failures again. How's the resources doing? So we have got them unloaded for the most part. They're still... Oh no, they're still unloading. That's still a thing. Okay, so that's good. We're about to get a nice resource boost. They're fixing to leave. They were still packing up their concrete. And I think I could turn this pad off. I think 500 is an acceptable amount. I know I get the low message if it's 400, but I know we're going to survive at the 500. And I want to try to hoard our concrete for a little bit because a lot of the larger projects we're going to want to build in the future are going to take a lot of concrete. They're like 300 parcels of concrete each. So there's a reason we need to be saving that up. Get off my pad! You're wasting my space. I don't like it. How are my legs doing? Not too hot. Let's go ahead and fill them up. We gotta make sure we're keeping our water on the surface because the water evaporating will make us lose the water percentage overall on the planet. So we need to make sure we keep these kind of filled up so they're putting water into the atmosphere. Right now, a lot of it's getting lost because we don't have a thick atmosphere, so it's just like hanging out in space, I guess. We can do our outsourcing again for our research now. I'm certain. Yeah, it's at 0. We're gonna outsource. There we go. There goes all our money. And all our hope for the next while. We're gonna have to start figuring it out on our own. How is this? Do we have people in our second shift? Oh, it's all filled up. I'm gonna open a third shift then because this metal is vital. We're doing really good on machine parts, which means our factory here is doing well. Yes. How about our polymer factory? We've got plenty of spaces left there for people to fill. Our fungal farm is filled up, so hopefully now with the housing issue fixed, our botanists are going to start getting back into their fields of work and producing enough food to sustain us without the need for imports and trades. We're waiting on polymers for that Hawking Institute, which we want to go up because our node's going to be right there. We need more polymers for that. I don't think we've got enough to fulfill all the needs around, so we'll see where they wind up. This still has 10 polymers on board, so that'll be a little helpful. As soon as this guy's empty, we'll get it off the face of the planet. I have these turned off for a reason. We have plenty of fuel. If we get below 300, then I will start them again. But we have a lot of fuel, and since we can't trade it, and we can't really do anything with it unless we have money, then we just gotta kind of wait. Okay, what's going on with the electricity here? Because that didn't used to be a problem. Demand rose. It's probably because I have this now, so let's get down some panels and stuff down here to collect during the day. So it'll hopefully bolster everything. We'll just kind of give it a nice little carpet. What kind of time are we looking at? We're halfway there. We're halfway. I'm gonna fast forward.
Sector scanned.
Let's do a stretch. Something I noticed, it hasn't been auto-saving like a million times. Which scares me. I don't think it's saving. I'm also gonna
Are low.
take a moment and get hydrated. Okay. I'm gonna have to tweak that some. Let's see. How much time do we have until the next night? I think we should be fine if we leave it. They're not going to be in mortal jeopardy. We are producing enough over here now during the daytime that these are staying sustained. So I'll leave these open until I see batteries at max, and then we'll close them again. That way we don't build up their damage, because they take polymers to repair, and that's expensive. That's expensive stuff on this planet. Slowly but surely, they're gonna take all the food parcels out. Just got the one more, and we can send this rocket back home. I guess we've been on Mars long enough. Mars is technically our home. Bye-bye! Oh, speaking of which, I got really excited. Did you hear about the moon missions that they're doing? That's so exciting. Like, it's just going to be so amazing. They're planning on sending astronauts around the moon. They've already sent their test rocket that's just going to orbit the moon and come back. And then they're going to send humans on the rocket to orbit around in the next year. And then the year after that, they're going to try and put a base on the moon. And their hope is after that, every year, there will be a rocket that sends more people and more equipment to the moon. And we're entering into the next great space race because NASA is doing those projects and then China is trying to compete. And so China's also trying to achieve the same thing, but faster, of course, because that's how it is. But yeah, I think it's a great step for humanity. It's going to be a really great experience. It's so exciting that that's happening within a human lifetime, and it's going to be the first step in Mars colonization in real life. Because after they get to the moon, they could set up a space station on the moon. And this space station on the moon could send rockets to Mars easier than they could if they were on Earth. Because the gravity is much lower. So it would be much more cost efficient to send a rocket from the moon to Mars than it would be from Earth to Mars. Or to make a floating space station. And they've already got a project in the works that's going to do that. So, you know, fun stuff. Because when you're floating in space, it'll take very little energy and power to send you in a direction, and then you could just ride the inertia all the way there. Whereas if you're being transported from a planet's surface, it's going to take a lot more energy to get off and away from the gravity. Sorry, I had a space nerd moment. Space nerd! Okay, let's see. Closed trade route. I forgot I need to shut this off. I'm not trading anything. For a little while. Okay, how are we doing on resources? We're pretty good on everywhere except polymer and metal. Maybe even some rare metal. We're having some problems there. Where did all my geologists go? Can they not leave the dome if there's no energy? 57 people without jobs. What's happening? It says we're producing enough energy. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up because we're almost into night again and they don't have enough energy to get through night. I can tell by those power cells. Okay, let's see where the homelessness is. Okay, it's here. We're working on it. Are our geologists here? No, it's like, did all my geologists die at the same time? Let me see. No, there hasn't been a great spike in the need for geologists. Where did they go? It's like they just vanished. Autosave! The first time I've seen it, but it could have been happening and my brain just blacked it out. Like, yeah, this is the time. The time of the autosave. Okay, let's see. Come on, autosave! Okay, there we go. This is completed. Finally. We're gonna need to place down a second power source. Because this dome has already got power issues. It's not gonna do well unless we get down a secondary source. I'm not even going to connect anything to this dome until then. We're gonna keep that shut off. I'm not gonna create a crisis trying to fix another crisis. What's going on here? Building has malfunctioned. Need 5 polymers. Okay. I wish I could... Polymer factory. High priority. I need a lot of engineers over there. What's going on in this department? Scientists, engineers, geologists. So they moved. They moved to the central dome where there's no work. I can't really understand that. Okay. Things are failing. We need metal. We need water apparently, but maybe it's just because of this. I can turn that off. That's a 74%. Let's fill it up a little more. That's at 45. That was almost a 0. This is S97. We can close that off. 75, 45. How far are we in research? We're at 92 before we have the node. So we're almost there. We've got metals that we are slowly using as they get built, but we need more workers here. And it was packed. I wonder what happened. Maybe they all left because the comfort level dropped and they're like, I'm off to better pastures. See ya. InfoWars. Okay, what's happening? Commander, an unknown rival, is streaming propaganda videos at us. Videos aimed at inciting discord between several classes of colonists. Some are aimed at factory and extractor workers, claiming a future of elitism that gives scientists, medics, and the likes privileges status within the colony. Others are meant to agitate the same medics and scientists, with some clips claiming that many of the unpopular decisions the leadership of the colony has made are because of pressure put on the factory workers. Until we get all our firewalls running again, we can block only a few of the channels. Some will have to remain online for a short duration, during which they can and will be watched by many colonists. Option 1. We can't afford to agitate the workers in the factories and extractors. Medics and scientists lose morale for 15 days. Or the morale in our infirmaries and labs is at top priority. Geologists and engineers lose morale. Right now I kind of need my engineers to be in a good place because of my polymers. So I'm sorry, my medics and scientists, but I just really need those polymers.
Meteor incoming.
Okay, luckily it didn't hit anything. It got really close though. No, it did! It hit my dome! I don't have enough polymers!
Research complete.
Thank goodness. I need to get this Martian copyrights thing researched right away. Let's go ahead and place down a node. I can't do anything about this. They're just gonna have to lose air until the polymer thing is brought up to speed. And we're fixing to have toxic rain, of course. So, you know, when it rains, it pours acid. Alright, let's get our network node put in. That'll go there. Don't have enough metal for it, but that's fine. Japan, what are you doing? Oh goodness, they are super low on food. Can we exchange technologies? Sounds reasonable, Commander. All those eggheads from both colonies will be jolly happy to work together. We will exchange compact takers for drone printing with you.
Complete.
Yay! We unlocked a research just because we're friends. Let's see if India needs some improvement there. I'm not sure why. And then Colony of the New York also. But they have a ton of food and a ton of concrete. They accept our thing. How much concrete? Everyone's hurting for metals though, except Japan. Okay, contact, initiate trade. They want to give us 50 electronics for 60 machine parts, which we could afford. Or they want us to send 50 metal in exchange for 160 food, which we cannot afford under any circumstance, but we really don't need electronic parts that bad either. Let's see if India is offering anything. They want 50 concrete for 100 food. So let's go ahead and do that. So they'll load up the 50 concrete. So we got drone printing researched basically for free. So we can make drones on Mars if we wanted to. But those take electronics parts and polymers, I believe. So it's not going to be something that we do just willy-nilly. And if I'm going to be spending machine parts and polymers, it's going to be on the flying shuttles. I've got enough space for 4 more. And those are far more efficient at helping me in this state of the game. Okay, we've got more things unlocked over here, or unlocked built, I should say. Oh, that's where all the geologists went. I need to go through and make sure all of these places being built only have professionals turned on. I was wondering where they were going. Okay, that'll help a great deal. We've got a lot of not working people, and I'm not sure quite what's going on. Because I'm doing the thing, there's a lot of spaces for everyone. So it's just like a housing thing. What state of repair is this in? Yeah, we're not close. It's only 7% researched for our money, 8%. It's gonna be a big problem because I don't think we're gonna get polymers without spending money in time to help things going on. Why are you without life support? Energy again. Okay, let's open these. We're gonna open all of them and see if we can't juice up these batteries. How's the electronics? Yeah, still not great during the nighttime. What about during the daytime? Let's see how they are during the day. If I think it's enough, we'll go ahead and start building in the second dome. Yeah. Why is it always that I get in here, everything's fine, I go through a tragedy, and by the end of the day, everything's fine again? I'm just kind of hopping my way through a series of tragedies and fixes. Catch jobs until the next tragedy is under control. Okay, these are at high enough capacity. I'm going to turn those off. This still needs a lot of work to get beefed up. Or filled up. You know, a swole lake. Let's see. Yes, okay, so the geologists are going back to the places they were meant to be in. How close to the being built are these? Not very. We are getting a little buff in metal now that the geologists are back. in the proper work field. Let me come over here and see what the rare metal extractor is at. It's only got the one guy. So I'm going to turn off the second shift until I see this filling up. Okay, everything's kind of good. Okay, it's daytime. They're producing 20. And that's definitely going to take more than 20. Let me look at our homes. 12. So that would be 24 with just the buildings alone. So yeah, we're not going to put strain over here. How's the oxygen production? Not great. So we will need to build a second Moxie all for this dome by itself, other than just fixing the oxygen problem. How about water? No, water. Okay, we probably have enough water to sustain it. Let's go ahead and queue up the Moxie. And we'll put a small tank here. Let's get it turned around and into place. And then we'll get a pipe placed down. One right here should do it. And then it says that needs power, but that'll get fixed as soon as that's built right there. Toxic rain is chewing up my grass, you know, as normal. As foretold by the weatherman. I don't know where all my polymers are going. It's like they're being built immediately. Immediately being used somewhere. Okay, need to make sure my geologists are not going into my diners and vice versa. Okay, we need to make sure that these unskilled workers have enough slots going on. Let's choose what's going on here. We'll get vegetables and leafy crop, as well as rice, and that should help us greatly. A lot of buildings not working is probably because they need repairs with metal or polymer or workers. Those are the main three. Our geologists are finally getting into the places we need. That's good news. I could do with some more engineers over in the polymer factory. That would be amazing. We're getting kind of low on fuel again. Not low by any means. I'm gonna leave them off. Again, if we get under 300, then I'll turn it back on. But as of right now, we're fine. We're at 33% research, so still got some time to wait out before we get our next funding, you know, monetary boost. Let's try to figure out why people are jobless. Engineer, medic, geologist. I think maybe I need to get another they said another hospital, but this one had one closed. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go through each of my buildings and make sure all the work slots are open, because that could be a problem. This one only allows for the one work slot. I can turn these on. Hopefully the medics will start working here. That'll fix that problem. At least for this dome. I'm pretty sure all the ones in this area are good. Get that officer out of there. We need botanist. if we're gonna have max production, we need a botanist in that role. Okay. Those are good. I have, like, the biggest hospital right here. It should... we'll open the third shift and that should reallocate some needed job slots. This has malfunctioned. Okay. So this is coming back from a trade. We traded for food, I believe. So that'll give us a nice boost in food. India wants to trade machine parts for food. Yeah, they want machine parts for food. So no, we don't want to do that. We want to try to kind of hoard our machine parts up to 300. But I really need polymers. If anyone had polymers, that'd be great. Okay, we're under 300 for fuel. So let's turn our fuel production cells back on. Because we need to make sure our fuel stays up, it supplies the polymer factory, and the polymer factory turns the fuel into polymers. I think the problem may be drone transportation. Because it's saying it needs 5 fuel to produce a polymer, and we're just shy of having that last parcel in there. So now this says that the drone load is low, so that shouldn't be a problem. And like the biggest fuel storage area is right here. That really shouldn't be a problem. But we're getting the geologist in the middle mine! Yes! Alright, let me get back to work, making sure all these are opened up. That way, no one has to be without a job. Some of these places, there's plenty of places for people to go and work. Open up those shifts, I guess. These are apartments. That doesn't take workers. We can only have one botanist shift per thing. Per day. Okay. Let's go look at the other ones. That did seem to help. Our joblessness is way down now. So let's make sure that we just have a lot of slots open all over the place. That way, if people migrate, they have enough workplaces to go to in the new dome. This is a lot of apartments in one area.
Sector scanned.
Okay. That's a service. Okay. So all those are good. All of these are open and properly... Oh, no. There's another infirmary. All my engineers went to the metal parts factory. The electronics factory. And then I don't really have any geologist over here. I think once we get this opened up, we can place down... We'll place down again those apartment buildings. we get a tube coming in here in this area. We got one polymer, but luckily that crack dome is fixed. I need like a charging station right in this general area, because I'm noticing a lot of my drones are having problems there. Let's go over here. Recharge station. We'll put that there. We'll get Shepard to come over here. And then it needs a solar panel. Building with depleted deposits. Oh no, our metal deposits are depleted. I'm gonna have to make a new metal mine. That's what that means. Well, that sucks. Let's see if there's any near my domes. Okay, there is one right here. Oh goodness, I'm gonna have to get more residential slots over here then. Okay, let's come over here. Production. The metal extractor. Okay, I can place it just in the right place. Okay, and then people from this dome will come and work here. Luckily, that only needs concrete to get built, and not actually metal. I'm going to shut this off, because nothing can be done about that area now. And I'm going to set this to high priority. A lot of the geologists are going to try to come over here now for work, so I need to probably go ahead and go with the plan of getting this fixed. Need apartments. Please and thank you. One right there. And we'll put one right there. We'll change the skin. Okay, and then we'll get our tunnel. Why can't I change the rotation of the tunnel? I don't understand. Connect domes. Okay, maybe if I just place it down. Okay, yeah, it'll fix itself. Okay, so like so. Alright, and we'll let that get fixed. Let's go ahead and place down like a home, a smart home there. We'll put one here. And one here. And then we'll put like a grocery shop right at the entrance. That way they have at least like some kind of service in that dome. We're gonna leave it off until we can get the power connected. Let's come in here and place down our power cables, which luckily doesn't cost us anything now. So we'll put that there, and then we need to connect. Just putting this here should do it. Okay, now we'll leave it off for now. And the reason why is I don't want it siphoning or continuous power off of this set of grids until there's actually cause. Okay, we're gonna put the upgrade up there. It'll take a long time before it's fulfilled, but we're okay with that. We should have the geologists start to migrate here pretty soon. Let's go ahead and fill up this space with something. It was a pond, so maybe we can just put in more decorations to kind of offset the morale reduction we just kind of forced upon them. We'll put 2 small parts. And that'll fix that area. Let's come over here. Let's go ahead and get the grocer put down. We'll do a small grocer over here. And then we can do a couple parks in these areas. We'll do a small fountain here. And then a small garden there. Okay, and that should be okay for them. Okay, geologists are working here now. They're starting the migration. Let me go into my research view. I'm going to see if there's an upgrade that allows you to dig into the surface a bit more into those deposits. Deep metal extraction. That's just to exploit the deep deposits. Same with that one. Meteor defense system, that'd be good to have. Those take a lot. We could artificial sun. We can't really do that right now. Okay, so there is none that's just like you can use this deposit even more. So we're just going to come over here and get rid of this. Place to space. Nothing's gonna come from it, so time to redo it. I wonder, is there gonna be a hole in the ground there once that's gone? Let's see. Can I just fill it with waste rock? Because I have so much waste rock to get rid of. Nope, it's just a flat piece of ground. I'm gonna go ahead and go over here, and we're going to pull up those old cords, since they're just kind of leading nowhere. What do I gotta do? Nope. Salvage. There we go. That cord and that one. Okay. We can probably do that little nub there too. And let's go ahead and get a landscaping project, maybe.
Resources are low.
Yeah, we'll just put a storage area here so we can get these waste rocks into one place. Waste rock processor is going to be really good. Where's that in our research queue? It says it's here. Where'd it go? Waste rock liquefaction. Converts waste rock to concrete. That's super useful. We're gonna get that. That'll be next. And we'll do that source as soon as we get the Martian copyright thing. But then let's get just a normal storage pile here. We're gonna have so much concrete once we get this factory going. Okay, how's the stone doing? It still needs to be repaired. It's got a lot of residents now, though. And everyone seems to be in the proper fields. kind of network node. This needs to make sure only scientists are working here. We need to turn all shifts on. Gotta wait for the autosave. Turn to stretch. There we go. Okay, we'll turn all those on. And we still have plenty of space for people to live here, so that's good. That's good news. Got 21 people without jobs. Engineer, no specialization, geologist. Yeah, geologists are gonna be a lot of these until I can get the buildings put up in the other one. Okay, so those scientists are moving. They're on their way. So let's get them trying to migrate. Let's come over here, see where we're at with all this. Okay, the homes are fixing to be built, so we'll turn this on now. This is saying that it's not connected to a pipe, which means there's no oxygen in that dome. Let's fix that. Hopefully they'll get on that pretty soon. It's got enough oxygen from sharing from the tube, but we definitely want it to produce its own because it's not enough to sustain both of them long term. Okay, so we've got some small residentials over here, and then hopefully we'll get these larger ones built up here soon. But maybe that'll be enough to get our geologists to start pouring over. And to get rid of the... there's really no need for people to be without a house. We have plenty of houses all around. Toxic rain! Remaining 1 hour. Killing my grass with every second. Okay, how many rockets do I got on the planet? Just the one? Okay, we'll keep it. How's water doing here? I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. I'm gonna turn this one on. I'm gonna turn this one off. Gotta make sure that what little grass doesn't die in the acid and has some nice tasty water. You can start to see it die off in these places, make it sad. All on here. That hurts my heart. Let's see. We kind of accomplished our goal in this dome, and that everything is built the way we want to do so far. I try to leave it open and see what kinds of things we need. And that's all filled up. What's going on over here? I'm not going to open up another work slot there because I want the engineers to go to the different places. Okay, we've got money. Let's queue up the patents again. We're gonna get the outsourcing paid for right off the top of that. Get that going.
Sector scanned.
And let's get a supply rocket. We need polymers. I'm gonna go ahead and say we're good on everything else. We're just gonna bulk up on polymers this time. Actually, I could get some metal in too. Okay, we'll do 15 metal, 80 polymers. That's gonna be a big help. And we're almost broke in Martian terms. $3 million is like a penny. Or a single yen coin. It's not going to take us very far. Okay, let's see what the joblessness population is. Engineer, it really shouldn't be. Geologist, that's just because they recently moved. Engineer, geologist. Okay, yeah, so it's just people that haven't moved yet, mostly. Because there's all these places, or all these positions are open in other places. So it's just about migration. And as soon as these get built, then we'll... Okay, we can open up more work shifts here now. We'll open up one in both. I need to make sure this is only geologists. And I need to make sure that the grocer is only unspecialized workers. This stone seems to be fine now with its energy, so I'm going to close these. What do you mean with that life support? Insufficient power. Because one of these broke immediately after I closed it, and one of the power accumulators needs to be repaired, which means it's not releasing power. Okay. It's almost daytime, that'll change. The solar grid will fix that. And then our rocket's 44% away. We definitely need that to come back into play. Is this? Yeah, this got plenty of waste rock to fuel it, so we don't need to worry about that. We're kind of low on concrete now. Oh, that's why. Nothing's working. Because it needs metal for repairs. Okay. Transporter. What are you up to? Transferring resources. Okay. I'm gonna stop you there. You're not automated anymore. You are going to unload those resources onto this field here. So it'll go there, it'll put the metal directly here, and these drones should use it to fix all these. Yeah, because those just need power. So we need to try and fix the solar panels in this area. So our concrete production's back to where we need it to be. And then once the transporter drops off those resources, we'll re-automate it to go back and collect the metals from the meteor showers and stuff. Yeah, it says we're low on polymer and concrete now. Polymer's a given. We're always low on polymer. Rocket's 84%, so getting closer. We're at 23% research for the new item, which is the waste rock liquefaction plant. Because that'll turn waste rock into concrete, which is going to be a huge help. Oh, hi, Sheld. Welcome in. Hi, I will be lurking, but in the theme of space, did you see or hear about the Artemis launch? Yes, I literally talked about it earlier on the stream. Welcome in. I hope you have a happy lurk. Yes, I'm super excited about the Artemis launch and its subsequent launches in the coming years. We're entering into another Cold War for humanity, but oh, Cold Wars do so much good for the space age. So, bring it on. We want that rocket up there. Oh, just so excited. Okay. Let's see. Everyone's filling in these roles, so that's good. This dome's always having problems, it seems like. I'm glad I don't have the tourist in it yet. The people on the surface of the planet are kind of used to my crap now. So they're like, oh great, we're out of power again. Like every night. Okay, our cargo rocket's here. We'll place it down here. And then that'll help us so much. It's got metals and polymers on it. Our metals seem to be okay for now. Porter's still going. He's almost there. I didn't officially change his name. Porter. Oh, Porter. Sanity breakdown. The colonist has snapped, and after regaining consciousness, has plunged into the deepest depression. Millennia Uranus couldn't bear any responsibility anymore and lost their motivation to go on. Their co-workers fear that their colleague could make some irreparable mistakes. Effect: colonist Millennia Uranus is unable to work. Number 1, who am I to judge? Number 2, infirmary. I was suggest seeking professional help. Yes, that one. And we have the sanatorium. We have plenty of medical facilities. We can assist. A lot of these are broken. That's the problem. We just need those polymers to get distributed so our power production can be fixed and back online. Everyone wants to work at the metals extractor. No one wants to work at the normal metals extractor. They're like, I'd rather be around gold. Speaking of which, what's this deposit looking like? I can't tell because, like a goober, I set the plant right on top of the resource pog. Let's see. Why did I call it a pog? I don't know. I just remember... So when a lot of people think of pog, they think of the face, right? Or the emotion pog. But when I think of pog, I think of the game with the little circle-y doodads. You know, with actual pog chips and stuff. Okay, we'll put a universal pad down there. What do we need for these? Just metal. So we'll turn everything off. Except metal. And the flying drones. Ah, Millennia Uranus committed suicide. Gosh dang it. I wonder, what was the low... What's causing the low morality in this area? There's really nothing that should be. They've got pretty much everything in line. Everything's working. They've got plenty of commodities. And I don't think that's the first time someone in the Uranus line has had problems. I think I remember hearing our Great Depression here on the planet that several Uranuses were inclined to not stick around. Let's see. This is done. We're gonna send it back. There it goes. Okay, we've got a healthy amount of polymer now. Not too good on metals, but that's okay. And luckily all our concrete solar panels are fixed, so those will get to work. Start bolstering our supplies again. Porter, you can go back to what you were doing. Okay. Low metal, 10 buildings not working. Let's see what that's about. Okay, seems to be stuff that needs metal to be repaired, and worker shortages, which I don't know how I have a million worker shortages and 25 people without a job at the same time. It doesn't make sense because I know these people. The geologists just need to move, which will happen when the apartments get built. But all these known specialized workers, there's places for them everywhere. So I just don't understand how they can be out of work. See, there's an apartment complex, and it's got plenty of spaces. So we should see another great move of the geologist. I'm going to leave the shifts as they are so we can beef up the geologist in the metal extractor. And I just realized we ran out of time. Alright, let's get a quick overview of things. So we finished the barrel dome like we had hoped we would. We got down a residential dome here to help alleviate the problems with the resident/work balance problems in this area. It seems like we're finally getting into a space of equilibrium in a lot of places. So I just need to get some terraforming done next time. We're almost to the 30% atmosphere. We need to do some work to get this dome to peak efficiency so we can start transporting tourists, so we can get a tourist trade and get some money in through that venue. We'll need to set up a safari and a route for it. And if our food production seems to have increased, so that's good. If that continues to be an upward trend, we can change one of these into a seed production slot instead of a food production slot. And then we can start planting more seeding infrastructures around, which will help with our total greenery, vegetation, terraforming. We can fill in these spaces here. We're gonna wait to see what kinds of things are needed. It seems maybe we'll need to place down like a casino or a ranch because they take up a lot of unspecialized workers. So we'll definitely get some of those placed down in there or the big dome so we can try and get some of these jobless numbers down. Because for whatever reason, people have the opportunity but not take it. So, let me check the residential numbers over here. So the problem over here could be just a lack of a residential dome. So I can try to flatten this area out a bit more and get down a residential triangle here as well. So that's what we'll focus on for the next time. Let me get over here. Where am I? Nobody knows. Certainly not me, because I've got no idea. Here I am. Kind of not. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna take a second. I've got 3 lovely viewers right now. So I'm going to go ahead and save this game. And then we'll see about going in, raiding someone. Just pop in and say hi, see how they're doing. Let's see. the reason I had to save that game. I have to quit it before I go raid. Because my computer's a potato. Just one big old potato. I did not mean to do that. My leaves. There we go. Now you can see me. In all my skelly glory. Alright, let's see if one of my friends is on. It's kind of late. A lot of them are closing up shop right about now. But we'll definitely see. My internet hates everything I'm doing. I live in a country where they're like, no, yeah, it's totally a dedicated line. You know, and then you get into it and you figure out that the more people that live in your apartment complex, the slower your internet is. So no, it's not really a dedicated line. Let's see who's on. Let's see, Spelly's on and Maestro's on, but if I remember correctly, both of them should be wrapping up soon. Ooh, Pila Nora's on. She's just chatting. So let's go hang out with her, shall we? I'm gonna put in our trade message. If you'd like to join in, you can copy this message. And we'll go say hi to our new space friend. So thank you for today, everyone. I hope you guys have a lovely day. And until next time, have fun, space friends!